All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of In the Black Podcast. I'm your host, Coco.
Your boy Jimmy Jam. Today we in the mirror.
What did I say?
You said, well, in
I
the
said in
black.
the black.
It's in the black when we with,
It is Sunday, so that would kind of
yeah,
throw
it
me
would
off a
be.
little bit.
I got you.
So we in the mirror
I'm
today,
gonna stall
y'all.
you out. I'm gonna stall you out. It's in the mirror today.
It's in the mirror, everyone, today. So it's just me and Jimmy Jam today. We're going to get into a little bit, no specific topic, but we have a few things we're going to touch on. So today is Let's Talk. We're going to get into that shortly here. But before we do that, how has your week and weekend been, Jay?
Oh man, I had an exciting weekend with the not Disney World. Shit.
Look, no, we're gonna get it together in a minute. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get it together.
Damn, we went to Six Flags with Rush County Ministry.
Oh, okay.
The band.
Oh, wow.
So I was one of the chaperone, me and the wifey.
Ooh, it's been a long time.
I got tricked into being a chaperone, but hey,
it
was a good day yesterday.
Was it hot out there?
Yeah. For it to be 84 degrees, it was kind of warm.
Oof. I can imagine.
So I couldn't imagine going,
like when it's like 90 something degrees. It's like the heat comes up off the concrete as you're walking. It's so hot.
And did not realize that Six Flags got that many damn hills on that walking track. Shit.
Look, not until you get our age do you start
right.
paying attention.
I'd have been at Six Flags 1,000 times. Like, damn, they just
think
wish
about it.
Where these hills come from. I don't remember that, but they show up on your ass in 50s, don't they? Mm-mm. But it was good though.
Okay, good. It's been a long time since I've been to Six Flags. And Jordan's so funny. He don't like being out in the heat his darn self. So he ain't pushing going out nowhere like that. So I ain't got to worry about it too much. But that's good. You still enjoyed yourself. So that's a plus.
Right. It was all good.
Yeah. Yeah. You got football coming up, don't you?
Hey, baby. That's it. We got football. Look, we got opening day. So everybody who checking us out, listen, this Sunday at Memorial Stadium, we will be having the NFL Flag 707 tournaments. Opening day ceremony starting at 9:30, and we're gonna be out there probably all day. The last game I think we're gonna be playing at either 5 or 7 o'clock. But so I will be coaching the 13U as well as the 16U. So my day is gonna be full next Sunday. My first game is at 1 o'clock, 13U, and then I think 16U play at about 5 o'clock. So if y'all want to come on out to Memorial Stadium, join in with us. We're going to have the food trucks. We're going to be tailgating. All that going to be out in the parking lot all day long. Good. Should be a nice, big affair.
Sounds good.
And you're going to watch the little kids, man, do their thing.
All right. And where did you say that was?
At Memorial Stadium.
At Memorial Stadium.
Yeah,
so that's Victory Drive.
Right, down by the Civic Center.
All right. Everybody go check that out and go out and support the kids. Okay, so good. And nothing new really for me. Basketball season has started. So my son just started a new basketball league last weekend. Last Saturday he did well. This Saturday he did well. So he has about another 8 more games to go for the summer. So just playing that out and see how he does. Keep him playing and keep him working on those skills.
That's what's up. Hey, keep them busy. Keep them out these streets.
Yep. That's
keep them with something to do. So
that's right. Okay.
That's what's up.
All right. So good. So we're going to kind of get started a little bit. The first thing we want to touch on, I heard a podcast not too long ago. It was a podcast with Charleston White. He was on the podcast, and the part that I came in on, one of the guys was asking Charleston White, okay, so how do we fix it? So mind y'all, I didn't know right up front what they were speaking about, just coming in on this part. But he asked Charleston White, how do we fix it? Charleston White said, apologize to every woman that you've ever done wrong. When he said that, these men flipped out. They were talking about how they ain't been apologizing to no bitch and all of this kind of crazy stuff. So my question is, how do you all feel about that? And this is men or women. Women, how would you feel if somebody that did you wrong, a man that did you wrong while y'all were dating, comes to apologize to you? Like, do you feel like that's something that would any trauma that you have, do you feel like that would help you with that? Would it help you in your healing? And then the same thing for men, like, would you apologize to a woman that you know you did wrong?
Yeah. I mean, that takes growth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In a woman as well as a man. So, I mean, a lot of people just don't have that type of humility.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we talk about today's times and how people live today. Most people they live by a different code now. You know, everybody, when you, like I say, when you chase money and that's all you really care about, that puts you so close to the devil. To where you are willing to, you don't even know what integrity means.
Right.
If it come down to you getting paid.
Money.
Right. So when we just, like I say, it just depend on people, man, and their value system.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know, as from a personal standpoint, I have apologized to women I know I've done wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, I got daughters.
Yeah.
So I don't want my daughter to wind up with a dude the way I was and do her the way I've done, some women in my time. So a lot of men, I don't think they see it that way. And I think maybe they may see it, but I think so many people nowadays are so hypocrite, so much of a hypocrite. It's okay if I'm doing it, but if it's done to me, same shit.
Yeah.
If it's done to me, then it's a problem.
Right.
So, a lot of men, they don't see it when they're doing it, but let some man do the same shit that they've done to another woman, to their daughter, then they ready to get locked and loaded and go ride out on a nigga.
That's true.
So, I mean, I think Charleston White hit a point.
Yeah.
When he said that, if you want to fix
if it would help
broken family, right?
Exactly.
In the black community,
fix the broken family.
Niggas go apologize.
Yeah.
And
what's
then
wrong with that?
Not just apologize, but change the behavior after that.
Right.
Because apology without changed behavior is manipulation.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. So if you're gonna go say the shit, but then go back and do the same stuff,
yeah,
what were you really
what were you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Didn't mean anything. Yeah.
Right.
And yeah, I agree. And it's something that we talk about all the time. That's accountability. Most people, men and women, do not take accountability for their actions. So why would they apologize if they don't think they've done anything wrong?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and my personal experience as well, I have apologized for my actions in the demise of a relationship before. Because I knew I wasn't perfect. I knew I didn't do everything 100% right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I absolutely apologized to him. Now, I was trying to remember if he apologized to me at that time. I don't think he did, but I did apologize to me for my part in it. So,
an apology is not for so much the other person,
right? It's for
really
yourself.
for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
so you can grow. And you don't continue to make the same mistakes.
Absolutely.
And just keep the process going. I mean, with us, we have these discussions all the time. We've been really strong on the black relationship between the black man and the black woman. And we just seem to be so much at odds with each other. And the fact that we so much at odds with each other, and then we still have another particular race that is steady doing what they trying to do to destroy us. It's like we get a double whammy.
With double. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point we got to look up at each other and say, listen, we got to join together in order to be able to, overcome our oppressors. And it just seemed like we just not able to do that. But, it started with the black man. I think it started with the men because of the fact that especially every man I talk to say that the man is the leader, is the
Mm,
head. So it's
mm.
like you want the head when it works out in your favor,
Right, right.
but when it come down to actually changing and making a difference and really leading the way, you don't,
Mm,
it's on the black woman to start first.
right.
But it's like when you doing what you're doing, I think it start with the man. So men, like I say, Charleston White had a major good point on that. I agree with him 100%. Men need to, go apologize. Just start there. Because
Yeah.
it's like him asking when the guy asks him where does it start, it's not saying that it's gonna solve it,
Yeah, that's right.
but
That's right.
we got to start somewhere in order to get the process rolling.
That's right.
So if the man is so-called the head,
Yep.
then it has to start with the man
Absolutely.
correcting his ways.
I agree.
You
I
see what I'm
agree.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's how I see that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. It's like, what's wrong with it? If you know you've done wrong, if you know you did that person wrong, what's wrong with apologizing to them? Like I don't get that part. That's the part I didn't understand. Why did they see it as just something they just cannot see themselves doing?
well, I think a lot with this generation of men.
Mm-hmm.
This generation of men are different. I mean, because I think every generation changes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
I
that's
agree
just
with
how
that.
it goes.
Right.
Okay. So we're in a generation now of men that are very emotional
Yeah.
and they don't have emotional intelligence.
Mm.
And then they have this stigma of masculinity that they have to be so masculine, but they don't even know what really masculinity means.
Right. Never been
So,
around it.
so to
Never
them,
seen it.
masculinity is just hard and toughness. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
What you see on
But
TV.
you're not,
What you see
because
on
at the
TV.
same time you demonstrate a lack of emotional
Mm.
control.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because most of them was raised by a mama, by a
Right.
woman.
Right.
And if they did have a dad, he probably was emotional, uncontrollable himself. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
we dealing with a lot of men that want the benefits of being so-called kings,
Mm.
but don't want the sacrifice
Right.
of being a so-called queen. Now we talking about men. There's a thing for women too. We definitely get on women because women play a part in it as well. But right now,
Yeah.
we
Right now
focusing
we're
on
focusing on the
the
men.
men
Yeah.
situations. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So, but I think with men, they just don't understand what it really means to lead.
Mm.
Because if you was raised in an environment where it was just you and your mom,
Yeah.
then what does a male leadership looks like to you? How do you know what it looks like?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you have a figment of an imagination of what you feel
Mm-hmm.
it may look like based upon whatever belief system that you got it from.
Right.
So what strikes me alarming with a lot of black men, they don't believe in Christianity,
Mm.
but
Okay.
they want to use that part of Christianity to
Mm-hmm.
promote their case
Mm-hmm.
that the man is the head and not the tail. So
Okay.
it's almost like hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't take some of the Bible and use it to your advantage,
Yeah.
to your gain, and discredit the rest because you don't like it. It's either all or none.
Yeah.
So, but they don't, a lot of men don't see that way.
They don't.
So, I mean, going back to what the statement Charleston White made, I agree with him 100% that,
Yeah.
Men need to take accountability and they need to apologize. But
Right.
first of all, they need to know what they're apologizing for.
Absolutely.
You can't just go to somebody and say, "Yeah, I'm sorry for
Right. I'm
everything I
sorry
did."
for what I
What the
did.
fuck
Yeah.
did you do?
Yeah. 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 You do have to put it
Specify,
out there.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to acknowledge what you did. I mean, that's the same thing we tell our kids, if we're paying attention to our kids and we're trying to instill certain values in our kids, that's what we're asking them to do. If you're going to apologize, what are you apologizing for? What did you do?
Right.
That's what, we are asking or should be, asking them to tell us, when they want to come to apologize to us for something. What are you apologizing for?
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we have to do the same thing with ourselves. We have to know what we did wrong,
Correct.
you
Correct.
know,
Correct.
and put that on the forefront and let the person know, like, yeah, look, I know I did this, this, and this. That was my part. I get it. I apologize. But the fact that, and would I accept somebody's apology for doing me wrong? That's the next thing. The person has to be willing to take it in and listen and all of that too. I would absolutely listen to what they have to say. You know what I mean? I would hope that they're being genuine. If you're coming to me, I would hope that you're being genuine. You know, I mean, I couldn't take it any other way. I would be appreciative that you thought about me in that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the next thing. If men were to come to us women and apologize for how they wronged us and what they did, we have to be open to accept it as well.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, is it the question would be, could it be too late?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's ever too late. But it depends on the person that they're apologizing to. You know, how they're gonna take it. Because it might be some people that'll feel like, oh, it's too late for that nigga. You coming to me now after what, 10 years, and you want to apologize for something? But yeah, you can't think like that. You know what I
Well,
mean?
just ask this question: could it be too late?
Hmm.
And I'm speaking from a whole to
Okay.
like the entire race.
Okay.
The black race.
Hmm.
Could it be too late for black men and black women to make an amends and start to go back to the old ways of family morals and values?
I don't think so.
No.
Mm-mm. I don't think so. I think we can start it at any time. You know what I mean? As long as we alive, as long as we living, I think we can make a change. We can make a change at any point.
Could we do it with the same system that's in place right now? Because we
Mm,
talked earlier before the show
yeah.
about the dynamics being kind of thrown off because
Hmm.
the earning potential that black women
Hmm.
have over black men.
Okay.
I mean, do you think that play a major part in the differences that we have with each other?
I think it does. I think it does. I mean, for some people, it might not be for everybody, but yeah, I think for a lot of people, really, I'm going to say a lot of people, it probably does make a difference. If we're talking about earnings, and we did get into, if you got a woman that's making 200,000 and you got a man that's making 60,000, does that change the whole dynamic of how women see men and men see women? I think it does. I mean, we've seen it.
Right.
It's proof of that. You know what I mean? It's not something we making up. It's
Right.
proof of that. So yeah, but yeah, is it going to be easy for a woman to change her mindset with that? Probably not. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. And is it going to be easy for a man to look at a woman differently? No, because like you say, if a man wants to feel like the leader, then how is he going to feel like a leader with the woman making more money than him? Because she's probably going to make him feel like he's not. She's gonna make him feel like she run it. I make more money than you.
Right.
What you gonna tell me?
So it goes back to the question: do you feel that at this point it's
Mhm.
too late?
Okay, so now when you're talking about that, because when you first said it, I'm thinking you're talking about as far as a man coming to a woman and apologizing for doing her wrong. It's not too late for that. But if
Right.
you're
Yeah,
talking
we
about,
we
yeah,
we
so we
answered
moved
that.
on.
Right.
Okay,
So we moved on
so we
from
moved
that to
on.
the point to it was to the whole thing, the whole
Okay,
dynamics of the enemies with the black men. Because we at war with each other. Okay,
right,
black
right.
men
We
and black
absolutely
women.
are.
We're not actually shooting guns and things like
Right,
that.
right.
But
It's an
we're
emotional
right.
war.
We're at an emotional war with
Yeah,
each other. So
absolutely.
with the dynamics, so do you agree
Hmm.
that the earning potential for the black women and the black men puts the black family at a disadvantage or out of order? Do you agree with that?
I do. I agree with that.
And why?
I wish they wouldn't. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But it's a mindset right now. It's kind of what we're starting to learn as far as the social media thing. Again, because you can go on social media and find any type of, find any information that's going to fit whatever narrative you're trying to go with. I think it is like a manipulation tactic, kind of. We're starting to get it in our minds that, oh, I make more money than him. Yeah, he can't lead me. He can't tell me what to do. He can't do this. He can't do that. But money, it should not be the issue. It should not be what pushes the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, it shouldn't be, but it does.
Right. So, my take on it is, I think that what's actually going on today is going to work out for our good.
Okay.
Because it's remodeling society in which we've become accustomed to.
Okay.
Black women have been out earning and more educated than black men.
Okay.
And that has, of course, you have to believe that is just a awkward situation to actually be in. And most black women that I speak with feel the same way that black men feel, that men are supposed to lead.
Right.
I've not heard an argument made of black women feeling that they supposed to lead.
Right. Right.
Even the most podcasts I've watched, even from the local ones until the big ones,
right,
all seem to have the same pitch that it's the order of the family, that the male is the provider, the protector, and he's supposed to lead.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take away that from the man, from the leader, then of course it throws the dynamics of the family completely off.
Right.
There's no way to make it work if the dynamics are thrown off, regardless of how you may say you okay with a man not earning more than you.
Right.
Because that could be just a moment of just desperation that you feeling because you're tired of being alone, because a lot of men don't want to be bothered with you when you want to make more money than them, because they know what that comes along with. It's not that, it's a lot of times it's not the intimidation that they just don't want to be bothered with you because you make so much money. It's just the fact that you're gonna resist so much
that's true
from me as the man because you out earn me. So you don't feel like, if I'm the protector and the provider and you can provide for yourself, then what, and you make enough money to pay for protection, then what the fuck you need me for?
Right. Right.
And most women don't realize it, but they act that way.
Yeah.
When they do out earn the man.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of time it puts you in a different environment.
Okay.
I mean, opposed to someone making $40,000.
Okay.
If you make $40,000 a year, you're gonna what? You're gonna live in an area, for one, that accommodates your income.
Right.
So that puts you in what? An environment, a culture that accommodates your income.
Yeah.
You meet someone making 100 and 150, y'all don't live by each other most of the time.
That's true.
So that person is in another environment, another type of a culture, and have different type of friends and associates that they socialize with, as well as dating.
Yeah.
So I just don't see that. And when I hear a lot of women say it doesn't matter what a man makes, I don't buy it.
At the end of the day,
especially if you're 6 figure. Now, if you're not 6 figure, right?
Okay.
If you're not a 6 figure earning woman,
okay,
I can get with that. I can see that.
Okay.
But if you earning 6 figures or better, you don't want a $40,000, $50,000 man guy, because he's not even in your class.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? You have a different society.
Yeah.
That's why it baffles me, and I'm mixing the situation, but I can't help but go to it.
Yeah.
It baffles me when poor people think that rich politicians give a fuck about how they live. That's actually going to put programs here to help them out.
That's true.
They don't even know.
I agree.
They're not in your society. They have no clue
what you dealing with, what you going through.
With. They don't. They don't know. I went to the gas station there. I got a little Acura that normally take $30.
Right.
Shit took $50.
Okay, yeah, it's off the chain right now.
Right, and but my pay has not went up on fucking not one penny.
That's right.
And I'm like, this rich motherfucker sitting up here making billions of dollars.
That's right.
But you putting pressure on me to fill up this ragged ass Acura.
Okay.
An extra $20-something a fill up. Right. That's just one of the commodities that we use that has went up since this bastard took office. You see what I'm saying? But you're making record-breaking profit, but you still talking bad about the country. And
not even thinking about inflation.
Saying? Right.
Don't even want to fix it.
And you can't, the thing about it is you can't. Because it doesn't affect you.
Right. Right. You can't even think like that.
Right. You
can't
if
think
he sat
about
down
it.
And talk to somebody that was poor.
Yeah.
He can't even
he can't even fathom it.
He can't.
Never been there.
Can't.
So
no way.
He done told y'all he don't even buy groceries. He never bought no groceries. He know how to spell groceries when they started talking about it and he was campaigning. He didn't even know how to spell it. So of course he's not thinking about that.
With the dynamics being thrown off with the black men and the black women, and they're out earning black men by massive numbers, which I don't have a exact number.
Yeah, but
it is a lot.
Yeah, it's so, a large amount.
So she
large
can't
percentage.
even really fathom the fact that I can deal with a guy that may be a great guy, but the fact that I can't see him because he's not wearing Cartier shades, he's not wearing Prada shoes and shit like that, because that may be her style.
Yeah.
And that's what she used to, because if she making that kind of money, she around men making the same kind of money. And they riding on it.
They're already riding the cars and wearing the clothes and all that.
Suits and all that shit. So I think the dynamics is thrown so bad to where this is what's going on in the new world order is going to bring us closer together, because a lot of people are going to get reality check. They'll get reality check, which a lot of people are already getting it now, because when they came in, you know, they like 300,000 black women lost their jobs.
Oh yeah.
And another so many thousand black men lost their jobs. So they really just taking away what the Democrats knew that would keep you quiet, because if they give you something to lose, then you won't rise up as much. You see what I'm saying? And we haven't had a rising.
We have not
of black leadership. You know, I think the closest thing we had was when George Floyd was killed.
Yep. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was just so horrible.
They tried it with Rodney King.
But
you remember that?
But he didn't die. He didn't die.
He didn't die though. Yeah,
right. But George Floyd was actually murdered on camera. And, you know, the guy just looked like he really tried to kill him.
Yep.
So, you know, we kind of rose up and, you know, and that was like a nationwide, worldwide. All over the world.
Yeah.
But what the Republicans doing now, they don't understand is they taking away everything that kept black people at bay.
True.
That kept us pretty much like, well, fuck it. It ain't fucking with my money.
Right. Yep.
I'm gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but when it gets to the point where everybody fucked up,
then it's gonna make us all come together.
We're
gonna have to figure it out.
Because what they don't understand is we're a whole different breed. Because now we got guns and shit. That our ancestors didn't have them.
Right.
So they pretty much just relied on their humbling and their niceness to get by. But this a generation not gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think, let me say, I'm gonna take back, I misspoke by they don't understand. I think they actually do understand, and they want us to rise up and to come into a civil war. because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, now
What?
that,
Right.
yeah, absolutely. They want this to happen. Absolutely.
Because black people ain't gonna sit back and not have shit when it
Right.
used to happen.
Exactly.
They're not
I
gonna
agree
do
with that.
And the fact that where we're made,
Yeah.
we're not gonna sit back and
Yeah.
and we're not gonna commit suicide and shit like that because we
Right.
lost our job. We're not. We're gonna put on fucking ski masks and shit like that and go
Mhm.
rob motherfuckers that still got their job.
Okay.
So that's the difference between us and them. They, they lose their shit, gun in the head, hang
That's
themselves
true.
and shit like that. We just don't do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, they doing it on purpose.
Mm.
They probably do. They probably know what exactly they doing.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, the majority of the people are going to really get together and see, man, we need to unite. And it's going to start with the black men and black women.
Yeah.
Because we are going to be on the same plateau to where
Right.
you ain't making shit. I ain't making shit.
I know that's right.
You ain't in your
So how do we?
job.
Yeah. How we all we can do is come together.
Right.
You
You
know
ain't
what I'm
got your
saying?
red bottom. The red bottoms don't mean shit out here in
Yep.
the damn wilderness.
That's
I mean,
right.
the goddamn thing. Matter of fact, they in the way.
Yep.
You need some shoes.
Yep.
But
You
we
need
in the
some
wood.
tennis shoes. You need something to cover them feet up and
Right.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. And so while you were talking, I was just thinking, yeah, I guess it would have to be a mindset change. I don't, is it a maturity type of thing? But it's like, okay, if you have a man that feels like he has to lead, right? And you have a woman that feels like the man has to lead, but she's making more than he is. And I guess, at some point you would hope that two people would just come together and be like, okay, if I make 150,000, he makes 50,000, and us together we making $300,000 a year. It's like our mindset would have to go to that. Like if we're coming together, I mean, that's 50,000 more than what I was making before. If we're coming together, then we can consider all that. But if the man is feeling like he needs to lead and he's not okay with the woman making more money because, like you say, he knows what he's getting himself into, then how do you change that?
Well,
does that ever can that ever be fixed, or can the woman change her mindset on how she feels about a man that doesn't make what she makes or doesn't make more money than her? And can a man change his mindset and be okay with the woman making more money if he feels like he's a leader?
I honestly don't think. Okay, that I do know that there are men out there that don't want to date a woman that make more money than he does. And I want to believe that it's not because of the money, just because of how she is going to treat him. The treatment.
Okay.
I think that that what you said is based on the woman. It's based on women and how their mindsets are.
Okay.
Because most women that go after that bag like that is pretty much being raised on the fact that they don't need a man type of mentality. They got that. I ain't gonna say all of them now,
right?
But
right.
the majority of them out there, they trying to be able to be independent black women. So when you have a mindset of being independent, it don't work in a relationship.
Yeah. Because
it just won't. It can't.
Yeah, relationships cannot work on selfishness. Yeah, you can't be selfish in a relationship, and that's kind of what that is. It's
right.
It has a part to do with it.
I mean, so when a man comes across a woman like that,
yeah,
what good is she to you?
Yeah,
because she has a mentality that she does not want to feel like she is dependent upon any man for anything.
Right.
So it's like, what you really just you using me at this point. Because if you don't feel you need me,
okay,
then what do we have?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it has to be a feel of need for one another to keep you together through the tough time. Because the first time I step out of your so-called box, you're gonna get rid of me because you don't fucking need me.
Yeah.
So I'm walking eggshells with you. So a man that walk eggshells with a woman cannot be a masculine man.
I know.
You're more like a child to her.
Yeah.
You see
You
what I'm
like
saying?
scared to say anything
Right.
wrong, or
You ain't gonna check her. You're not gonna put her in a place when she's out of line, because you know she pretty much probably gonna tell you, "Fuck you, I don't need you. Who the hell you ain't my dad."
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of women don't understand. They bring that type of energy to a relationship. So a man don't even want to deal with it.
I would
You rather
like
go
to
get you a $30,000 earning woman,
right,
and just deal with what she got.
right,
Then you dealing with $150,000 woman, knowing that she gonna belittle you every chance she get because
right.
she don't need you.
I would like to, talk to some women that's in that bracket to kind of go back to if they can remember when they started thinking like that, because I say that because it's a lot of women that have already tried that. They've been in the mindset where, okay, I'm okay with him, not making that much money. Let me, I know I like this type of thing. I know I like that type of thing. And I want him to have the same thing too. I like him enough where I want him to experience the same thing I experienced. I want him to have the clothes. I want him to have the car. And that's something I would not mind doing for him. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring this person in and you try to do this for him and he go cheat.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because once he gets on that higher level, he feels like he's on the same level with you and all your friends and everybody else.
Right.
So he's going to start, because y'all are mixing y'all money now. So he's going to start going to places.
So you got him out the Nissan, put it
exactly. He rolling now. He good to go now. Like, shit, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this type of lifestyle I'm supposed to be in. This is where I'm supposed to be, right?
Right.
And then he goes and, he puts himself in those circles. And then he meet another woman he feel like may have more than what his current girl or wife. Yeah, he start feeling himself and he go off and cheat. You know what I mean? Or he go off and, okay, now he's in a position to where he's met all these people in these higher positions and they're able to get him maybe a job. Right. That puts him in that upper echelon, lifestyle. Now he don't want you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So he done moved on. He ain't like you to begin with. He was using you. You know what I mean? So that I kind of want to go back and see where some women get that, because a lot of us have done that before. We have had the mindset where we're okay with him not making that money, but we'll bring him up and put him on the same status as us, and they end up doing us wrong at the end of the day. So a lot of it could be, a trauma response, something that they're, going back like, you know what, I can't do this again. I already know how this going to happen. Oh, nigga, you think you're going to come up here and run shit and do me any kind of way and I'm going to do all this and do all that for you? Hell no, not doing it.
So that kind of goes to the video that you had.
It goes to the video that I have.
8 years.
Should we play it?
8 years of
celibacy because of a trauma response.
Because of a trauma response. So
yeah, hold on, y'all.
And that's exactly what you just described.
Yeah,
is a trauma response.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Because of
that's
what happened.
I want to go back to talking to some of those women and see what have they is it something that they've dealt with in the past that has them thinking like that?
9 times out of 10,
it probably is.
Of course, right. Of course. I mean, I think at some point everybody has some type of trauma, male and females.
Yeah,
have trauma in some kind of way because of what we've dealt with. Just as a whole, we talk about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? The culture that we've adapted.
Yeah.
That it's not a healthy culture for us because it does not promote family unity.
Right. It
marriage
doesn't. That's
stuff
true.
Like
it
that.
Does not.
So
it does not.
Everybody got their own trauma. So that is a lot of times that's what happened is women, as they respond to that trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the video you get ready to play, that's what happens. So those are walls that be put up and the next man have to deal with it.
That's true.
He might not even be nowhere near like the other dude.
Mm-mm.
But the fact that the other dude did it,
It's been that the other dude and the dude before that and
Right.
the dude before that. You know,
So
sometimes with women, it takes a number of times for this to happen for us to
so
get to a certain mindset.
before you play the video,
hmm
with that being said, should that be an issue that she has?
I mean, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because she's going to have to figure out then, well, what is it that I'm doing to attract these type of men to me? Because at some point she is going to have to figure out what that trauma is and try to work on it, try to heal from it in order for her to make different choices in the type of men that she deals with. But the messed up thing about that is when a lot of women do that, we have to understand that it's a possibility we might not find the man we think we want. You know what I mean? Once we get into that healing stage, we have to realize it's the choices are small out there for us. It's not a large amount of men. If we're looking for a certain type of thing, those men are already taken. So we have to realize that it's a possibility we're not going to get what we want. So at that point, we got to figure out what we are okay with. So are we okay? We got to go back to, is that going to include the man that doesn't make the money that we make? Are we settling if we do that? You know what I mean? Because now it's like, are you okay with being by yourself? Or are you okay with, well, let me try it again with this next man? Maybe he's not like the other men.
Right.
And then what do we do then if it turns out he is like the other men? Like it's hard out here. It's really, really hard out here. Not saying it's not hard out here for men. I get it. But it's really, we deal with some bullshit at the end of the day.
I could believe that. I mean, me being a man and being around men, I mean, I get that part. I mean, it is some bullshit ass niggas out here, dog.
It is.
Yeah. Shit,
It
I'm a
is.
man. I'm a man, and I got problems with niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Just trying to link up with niggas and do shit with them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they so full of shit. So I get it. You know, just on the money tip.
Mm.
I can't imagine how they is on a relationship tip. You know what I'm saying? But just trying to get with niggas and get money with them, dog, it's fucking impossible.
That's hard just between y'all. Just
right.
right.
So I get it.
Right,
I
right.
get it. You know what I'm saying?
So you can deal with another grown man like that. Yeah, you can imagine how they deal with a woman.
I get it. You know, I'm not gonna sit back and advocate for men, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to that, because I done dealt with some fucked up niggas, you know what I'm saying, that just can't even be straight up on regular shit.
On regular shit. Absolutely.
It's plain ordinary shit. They just full of shit. They just sideways ass niggas.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of women, y'all, you know, y'all get caught up with these kind of cats all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, we can go into, you know, like you done dealt with some bullshit ass women.
You're right.
That take good men and fuck them over.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? Feel like
I've known women. I know women that have done that.
Right.
That literally will get in a relationship with them and then make them, you know, end up making them what they want them to be or making them do what they want them to do. The way the man is like, oh, well, yeah, I might as well just stick with her now, not realizing she done manipulated the whole situation.
Right.
So I've known women like that. So it definitely happens. It definitely happens both ways. It go both ways. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So let's hit the video.
You want to hear this one? Okay. We're going to play this little video. Then we're going to kind of talk about it a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Press the wrong damn button.
But your celibacy is not a flex. It's a trauma response. And many of you are so traumatized that you call yourself being celibate when you're really disassociating and really operating in a place of a wound and hurt. I've been celibate for 8 years. 8 years dry coochie. 8 years of harboring hurt. 8 years of avoiding healing. 8 years of getting your shit together. Being celibate is not a flex. It's a trauma response. Go get healed. I don't know who needed to hear this.
Okay.
Damn.
So yeah, I mean, if y'all got that, go ahead, Jay, because I know you want to touch on.
I mean, that's probably something you got to touch on as a woman, because he really talking to women.
Okay.
About saying that when y'all become celibate, it's because of y'all still got trauma,
right?
And I think it's more of a protection mode. I guess y'all don't want to run up the miles on that coochie. So I think when it goes to the cliche of body count, subconsciously y'all do think that shit do matter.
Okay.
So any woman that feel like she has to go celibate, she really care about her body count at some point. Now she realizing that me giving myself to these men sexually is really draining me. So for you to have to do that, for you to come up with that conclusion, you have to understand that body count, it does affect you. And what men understand about body count is not so much of how many niggas that had you, it's so much how many fucking spirits you gonna bring into this relationship, because you didn't slept with so many different niggas,
right? And
they didn't slept with so many different chicks, and some of them even different niggas,
right? True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's a big factor.
It is.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it.
Right.
I mean, I can't speak for all men,
right?
But I see it more with your attachments, your spiritual attachments that you bring into my life when you have a high body count. Because women that have those high body counts, just a lot of them have a lot of different spirits on them. They just be one minute they this way. Y'all already got them emotionally not sound anyway as being women, because y'all are extra emotional. Okay, men emotional too, but y'all just a little extra. But when y'all have all these different entanglements spiritually from these men, because you take on their demons too.
Right.
And so when I come in contact with you, guess what? I got to fucking take on their demons too, as well as the ones I'm bringing. And it can be overwhelming. So we had a show here when EJ and them was here, and I think somebody asked the question, would I rather have a virgin woman that has not had sex with other men, but she's great in all the other categories,
right?
But for sex, she was just trash. Of course, I was like, yeah, give me the one that has no body counts. You see what I'm saying? That really don't really have a good sex game. Yeah, that covers all the other areas. Let me have that one.
Okay.
And EJ answered different.
Right.
And then, I did see his show when one of his buddies was on the show, and they was kind of talking about something like that. And his answer was like EJ's as well. That, they rather have,
somebody with experience. Pretty much. Yeah.
Each to each his own.
Yeah.
But for me, if I had a choice, which we don't really have one now.
Right. Yes.
But if I could have a choice,
yeah,
I would definitely choose a virgin woman because of the spiritual aspect of it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It's not so much of the sex pleasuring part of it.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? But from the spiritual aspect, I don't have to deal with other demons that I have no awareness of than just the ones that I deal with myself.
Okay.
And the ones that she gonna have on herself, because like they said, we all born into sin. So she already gonna have issues based upon how she was raised.
Right.
Not necessarily have anything to do with her sexual experiences, but based upon how she was raised, she's coming into the relationship with issues already. Whether it's father issues, mother issues, or combination of both.
Right.
But if you bring your father issue, mother issue, relationship issue, demons from this nigga, this nigga, that, like whatever.
Right.
Bro, that's pretty much a fucking bomb. So we're going to be at it with each other all the time. And a lot of time we're going to be at it by shit we don't even really know why.
Yeah. That's true.
You just come in pissed off one day. You
Right.
don't know
It
why.
happens.
You just fucking mad.
Absolutely.
I get out of the bed too goddamn hard, and there
Yeah.
it is.
You're right. Right. Yeah.
Or I'm in the bathroom and I brush my teeth and don't goddamn clean off the sink. And,
Right.
you get up pissed the fuck off. You don't even know why.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you wearing other people's demons, because you didn't have so much going on inside you. It has to have an effect on you, as well as with men too. When we have sex with other women, we take on their demons. We become one with each other when you get sexual with each other. So it's not a pass for men, as well as it's not a pass for women. I would think every woman would want a man that she only had. I would think that you would want a virgin man too. Why would you want a man if you're a virgin, why would you not want a virgin?
Oh, you absolutely would. You absolutely would.
You see what I'm saying? So as a man, coming from a man perspective, just say if right now in my 50s, I'm far from a virgin.
Yeah.
And just say I get back in the dating scene and I come across a 30-some-year-old virgin. And here is a 30-some-year-old woman with 4 or 5 kids.
Right.
Who they both have great personality. You see what I'm saying? And they both mirroring each other in other areas. Just that thing. Who the fuck want to take her with the 5 kids?
All right. You right. Yeah, of course not. That might mean that's right. That makes plenty of sense.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Why wouldn't you want a woman that does not have those body counts on her just for your sexual pleasures?
Right.
I think that's very shallow-minded. I think that your priorities is pretty much based on sex is your number one priority.
Right.
In a relationship. And if you have that preference, you're going to have some toxicity.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot of toxic shit going on, because if you base a good woman off how good her pussy is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with a good woman, or, like you said, any morals or the character or whatever, that doesn't mean anything. You can have a woman that has good sex, and that woman can be a prostitute
and do whatever nigga that come through that.
You know what I mean?
We can't bring your dad over there and leave him there.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, that shouldn't even be a thing. But so I guess for me, just listening to that, yes, it is going to be some situations where a woman is thinking about her body count. Yeah, it's going to be some of that. But the thing is, when a woman really starts thinking about this whole relationship thing and dating thing and all of that, and most of the time, we run into men that we know only want us for sex. We're at a point now to where we just want to make the decision on our own, because a lot of men come in and they think, okay, because I want to have sex with you, then you have to want to have sex with me. So they'll come into the situation like that, like, just kind of throwing the stuff out there, telling us what they want, because there are some men that will come in and tell us, hey, I want to come over your house, let me come over your house, dang, you so sexy, you this, you that, let me come over and let me give you a massage and, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like,
let me do whatever I gotta do.
Exactly.
Clean.
Yes. What I need to do to turn you on. You know what I mean? Besides take you out, because that's not what I want to do.
Besides help pay some of them bills.
Yeah, besides pay some bills. I ain't trying to do all that. Well, I just want to sleep with you. Like, let me come over. What you mean?
And there's some women that just be like shit.
And it's some women that's okay with that. It's definitely some women that's okay with that. But yes, go find those women, because they're out there. But don't try to push a woman that's not into that. Don't try to make her feel like that's what she got to do because that's what you want to do.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot of that. And then, like I said, sometimes when we heal, we just know it's more than sex. It's more than just sex, because what for me, once I started going through that whole healing process, I had to realize how important sex is, because when I have sex with you, I have to like you and I have to want more than just that. Because again, we've talked about it before. If it's good, I'm gonna want that more often than not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be okay with just getting it every now and then while you going about your business and you get it from you going over here getting it too. You going over here getting it too until they don't want no more. Then here you come, or whoever is the best, that's who you going to first, and all of that. I don't want to have to deal with all that. And I'm going in like I want us to be able to do whatever we want to do with each other. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, he probably getting it from somebody else, so I ain't going to suck him because I know them other women sucking him too. All of that. I want us to be able to enjoy each other, enjoy each other's bodies without having to think about, what else is going on. So I have to build that connection with you. We both have to see that we really, really like each other. We really want to be with each other. We making this commitment to each other. I mean, if you go out and do something anyway, I mean, I can't control that. But if we're starting off to where we start to discuss being in a relationship with each other, and we're going to push that, and we're going to focus on each other, we're going to make a commitment. That's what I'm going to go by. So right. Yeah, I mean, let's do it so we can be open sexually with each other. So that's all I'm thinking. I personally have to have that feeling in order to go that way with you. I'm not going to have sex just because I feel like I have that feeling. Like I'm not having sex with you just to have sex with you. I have to feel a little deeper than that.
So the video is actually on point.
As far as the trauma response, I mean, yeah, for some women it is. It is a trauma thing. It is definitely. It can be a trauma thing
for all of them.
I don't think it's for all of them. Because it's no longer trauma if the woman has healed from it. Just because she still does not want to have sex with just any man doesn't mean that it's trauma.
Well, he talking about a woman celibate 8 years.
Okay.
So a woman celibate 8 years, you mean to tell me in 8 years, she have never come across a guy that has sparked her interest?
That's not what they're saying. That's not what the situation could be. Of course, she can be running into the type of man that she feels physically attracted to or whatever, but she's going to want to make the decision,
right?
Not let him make the decision.
No,
because
that's not the case, right? Of course, if you're celibate, it's the woman's decision.
It's the woman's decision, but she's going to. She may even give him the opportunity, like she already knows right off the bat he's physically attractive and all of that. But as soon as we start having a conversation with you, depending on how that conversation goes, or depending on how the date goes, that may turn us off completely. That may make us change our mind.
Okay, we're talking about 8 years.
I mean, that's a possibility though. That's a possibility. I don't put it past nobody, but I do know some people that have been in
woman
situations
can be 8 years
where it's a trauma.
There's no trauma.
It's a trauma. No, I'm not saying that.
It's trauma. I think every woman. I think even if a man go into a 8-year celibacy, it's because of some kind of trauma, some kind of event that made him feel like, man, I got to stop giving myself to these women so easily.
So when does the time not matter? So, okay, so you're saying 8 years. So does it matter if it's 6?
Yes.
Does it matter if it's 3?
Yeah.
Does it matter if it's 1?
No. 1 year.
So when do you know that, okay, maybe it's not a trauma response if it's only been 1 year, but maybe it is a trauma response if it's been 1 year. It's hard to say.
Oh, multiple years, because the video was 8 year.
He mentioned 8 years.
Right.
Yeah, he mentioned 8 years.
Right. He was saying if you
If it's
celibate
been 8 years,
then
yeah.
you are having some type of trauma response. To
Okay.
where all of a sudden you've gone 8 years without sex. So that's some kind of trauma response, because it ain't like you ain't never had sex. So to go from having sex to celibacy takes a lot of commitment and discipline.
It does.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that has to have some type of motivation.
True.
So what motivates?
I agree with that.
Right. So what's motivating that? It has to be some type of trauma. So is no woman, nobody. Let's just take the woman out of it.
Okay.
Let's just say humans. No sexually active human just decides to go celibate for no kind of motivation, for no reason.
Okay.
So it has to be trauma initiated in some kind of way.
I could say something would have had to happen.
Something. Cool.
Yeah, for them to make the decision.
Right.
Now, you do have some women, like you said, and I've said this before. Y'all have heard me on this podcast before say that celibacy is not a flex. I've said that. It's not a flex. For some women. Now, yes, it's going to be some women that choose to do it. Right. But sometimes it's us women that we don't necessarily choose to do it. We just know that it's certain people that we may have, like I said, come across or whatever, where we're at the beginning. We felt like that's what we wanted to do with them, but they did something to mess it up. And we just have not come across another person that, we want to do that with. Sometimes we just don't be physically attracted to them like that, or our mindset puts us in that space to where we take out the physical side of it and we stick with more of the emotional side of it. We want to get that part first before we say, oh, okay, well, yeah, maybe I want to do this with him or whatever, or I'm gonna go ahead and go along with it. We have to have that emotional side too. And sometimes we may not be physically attracted to them right off the bat, but it might be the way that he treats us that makes us change our mind. Right. So, I mean, it could be, it could be a few different things, but some of us are celibate and that's not really what we want to do, but we're not just going to be sleeping with people just because.
Anymore.
I mean, I guess. Maybe for some people anymore.
For
some people anymore.
Celibacy means you've already been sexual and you stop being sexual because of some other reason, some type of motivation. Something motivates you to go from being sexual to non-sexual. Something.
Well, it's the person.
I mean, something.
It's the person that we may have met during that time. Because, like I say, it may be somebody that we met. We felt like we would want to do that with them. And something changes, something happens where we don't want to with that person anymore. We change our mind. We don't want to with that person.
Right.
Or, I mean, if we still ain't having sex, though, it ain't like we meet somebody that we're not physically attracted to. We're just not getting the treatment that we want or that we feel like we need in order to go there with that person.
A lot of times,
and that keeps us from doing it.
It's trauma. It's past experiences that you suffered, went through, and
that we just established that making
right.
the decision to be celibate that's probably the reason.
Right.
Okay.
And staying in it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're making the decision, you're making a commitment to do that. That's what we just said. You're making a commitment to do it. But again, you have this other side of it that doesn't necessarily want to be celibate, but we just haven't had sex. Because of whatever reason. Not saying that's not what we want to do.
Because of trauma.
Why would it be trauma?
What other reason would it be?
Okay, so wait a minute. So if we
keep saying whatever reason, because you still decided not to.
Yeah, we're deciding not to with that person.
But it still boils down to trauma. What person?
Whoever it is that we meet. Whoever it is that we meet.
So if you celibate over a period of years, in this case, talking about 8 years. You've met more than one.
Now, 8 years is a long time.
Right.
8 years is a long
So you met
damn
more than
time.
one person over those period of 8 years.
Yeah.
And then you become celibate for 8 years.
Yeah. I can see where you're going with the 8 years, 10 years, maybe 7 years, maybe 6 years. I get all that.
Because we've had plenty single women that come into the podcast, and a lot of them don't really care about, being judged. They say what they want to say.
Right.
And I've heard many of them say they've been single for a long period of time.
Yeah.
But they have not said, I've not heard one say they celibate for that same period of time that they've been single.
Okay.
So even though a lot of them still haven't met that right person that they
right.
want to be in a relationship with,
Yeah.
they're still assumingly
Mm-hmm.
sexually active.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
I can say that yes, I can sit up here and say I've been single, not in a full-blown relationship with anybody for 2017? 9 years. Okay. So yes, I could definitely say within that 9 years, I cannot say I have not had sex within that 9 years. But in the past 2 years, I can say I have not.
Right. So
Now,
you would not
yeah.
be that video.
Right. Who
Right,
he's talking
would
about.
be
Yeah.
for
And
you.
he
Would be for
said
you, right.
it's not all women. This
Right.
is, he's talking
wouldn't
about
be
the women
Them women.
that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Them women.
Mm-hmm.
That been there that long. So it's different women.
Yeah.
Just like it was another question we talked about earlier that you had. And I was like, it's so many ways you can answer that as another video that you had.
Yes.
So many different ways
Yes.
you can answer that based upon different type of men
Right. Right.
and
Right.
the priorities of a man.
Right.
So it's so many different ways. Just like with women, like you
Yeah.
say, that case right there, it's so many women that can answer that.
Yeah. I would love to actually hear
I've never
some
met
women
one that's
talk
said
about that though.
celibate for 8 years. That video is like the first I had ever heard. 'Cause
Mhm.
I've never came across anyone doing
Where it's been that-
podcasts
Uh-huh.
or either, in life that say they've been celibate that long.
I know a lady, and I can't remember if she got a divorce or if it was like just a baby daddy situation where, maybe they were somewhat together, maybe not. But it was her kid's father though. I just don't know if they were married or not. And her kids were toddlers when her and the guy split up. And yes, this was one that she literally made a decision to be celibate. And her kids are in their 20s right now. And she has never even gone out on another date. This is when I know it has to be a trauma situation because it just ain't no way you done gone like 15 years and you ain't sleeping with a man. You ain't dating men. You're not even with men, women, nothing. Like it's not even a situation where she done went to women and she dealing with them or whatever. She just not like she has set her mind to where she just ain't dealing with it at all. She just good by herself. She good with her kids, and that's it.
So what do you feel about people that are widowed and just jump right into another relationship within the first year of being widowed, whether it's the woman or the man?
So
do you think, how do you feel about it?
Men or women that jump into relationships after that? So men, I think for some reason, I think it's different. Because I have family members that have passed and their husband was talking about getting married 3 months later to somebody else. So I mean, for me, I don't see a big deal with it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your life. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what you do, the person is deceased, their family may feel some type of way about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But should the man feel some type of way about it? No, because especially some men that are used to living with women, that are used to being with women, it may be hard for him to go from being with a woman for 25 years. And then next thing you know, he by himself and she took care of everything. if another woman comes along, or even a woman that was already hanging around, because sometimes that's what the situation is. It's a woman that's already been hanging around. It's usually not somebody brand new. It's somebody that he already knew. Sometimes it's a family member
or a friend of hers.
or a friend of hers. You know what I mean? So that person comes in, either that person could remind them of the person that just passed, or that person was part of that trauma. They experienced that trauma of losing that person together, and they just fell into that situation.
Right.
It's a lot of reasons why people get into something right after somebody passes. So can we really judge that? Not really, because that person is gone. What, you want the person to just stop living?
Mm.
Everybody's not just, they don't take grief the same way.
Right.
I'm widowed. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I'm widowed, and I was real young at that time. But my thing was, I got pregnant. Found out I was pregnant 2 weeks after his funeral. So, of course it was no, really dealing with anybody after that. It took, a while, but we can't really judge a person for moving on.
Right. I got you. I just thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of seen it.
You seen it too?
Well, I've seen it over the years. Yeah.
Yeah. How were the people that lost, let's say, the spouse, and they jumped into another relationship with somebody else? How did you as a friend take it?
Well, I can't say I've had, let me see before I speak. I can't say I've had an actual active friend.
Okay. Or even family member. Let's say a cousin or nothing like that.
I can't say I've had someone that, that's in my circle.
Okay.
Do that. Because I have a small circle anyway.
Right.
But it's a lot of people I know. I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, but I've seen it from afar, and I've never had the opportunity to just ask them, how were you able to just do that?
Yeah.
Because me being married,
mm-hmm.
I've been married to Shava now 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's easy speaking from this side of a hypothetical.
Yeah.
To actually
it is
going through that.
Yeah.
I get that part, what I'm saying? But I just feel like I just don't feel like I'll do it again.
Yeah. And I get
you know what I'm saying? It's like
that. But would that be you not doing it again because of past situations you've been in?
I would just feel like I'm gonna say I've never. I know the hardest thing that you can go through in life: losing a child.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them. Losing parents and losing a spouse.
Okay.
Those type of events change your life forever.
Absolutely.
Forever.
Yeah.
I think with a spouse, especially one that y'all are actively in love and with each other, to lose that person, I don't think I would have enough to give to another woman.
It would be hard to move on.
Right.
In that sense. It would be really hard.
I just don't think that.
It would be really hard. And I'm going to think back to my grandparents. My grandparents were married 64 years when my granddad passed. So, my grandma was in her 80s, you know what I mean?
Right,
so
right.
I think for a lot of people that are in their older age and have been, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to jump into something after that. And a lot of people like that, when they lose somebody that they've been with, older people, that they lose somebody that they've been with for years and years and years, sometimes they die right behind them.
Right.
And people say that as them dying of a broken heart, because that's sometimes what it is. They can't continue life. It's hard to continue life. Not saying that they commit suicide, but it's like their whole body, their whole mental can't move on. Their whole
Right.
mental can't exist without that person. It's been 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
And they really have to have family surrounding them, family that love them. I think that's what kept my grandmom around for as long as she was after my granddad passed. 10 years, I believe. So, you know, I think it kind of depends. But yeah, if you've been with somebody for years and years and years, y'all cared about each other, y'all love each other, that's all y'all knew, it's gonna be hard to move on.
Like I said, I just don't know. I don't think I could move on like that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I know how it was to lose my mom,
Yeah.
to lose my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I lost a lot of friends that
Mm.
I considered as family.
Yep.
And how it changed my life. You know what I'm saying? To where I'm not the same person that I once was.
Yeah. You look
Um,
at life differently, right?
yeah, and I move different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My temperament different. I mean, my patience different.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to really start narrowing down priorities
Mm.
and what really matters and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And you value life more. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So your time is more valuable.
Yep.
The people you spend your time with, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, are more valuable. You understand that I don't have time to waste.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? On people that don't value the same system that I value.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like I say, man, you become hardened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You become just it changes you. Then
I believe it. Yeah,
that changed.
absolutely.
Like me and my mom was like, I was a mama's boy. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? I was her only son
Yeah.
and her baby son. And then I came along in a time where she was more calmer,
Mm.
till she talked more. You know what I'm saying? And me and her had a great relationship.
Yeah.
So her passing, that a part of me died with her.
Yeah.
And I've never been the same since.
Yeah.
And it's been 20 years, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying, that my mom been gone.
Wow.
So I've been managing with that part of me gone
Yeah.
20 years. So I can't see, there's no way I could ever replace her,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no matter
Yeah.
who comes into my life. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So, I mean, going to a spouse, when you with someone that long, it's all choice. So it's not like we have to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's choice. So whatever it is about that person is what fuels you
Yeah.
to do what you do on a day-to-day basis. That person can't be replaced,
Right.
especially if they leave. And a lot of it depends on how they leave too,
Yeah. That makes a difference too. It does.
because that makes a difference on how hard it be on you.
Right. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Being a witness to someone leaving here from being murdered,
Yeah.
opposed to someone just developing a sickness and
Yeah.
die. That's a total
And die
different,
over a period of
right?
time.
That's a
Those are two
total different,
things.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, grief.
Absolutely.
Totally different. Can't be compared.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that it factors in, you know what I'm saying? Then on the top of watching someone you care about die slowly.
Mm. Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Knowing that they're not ready to leave. I hate to hear people when we go to funerals say they was ready to die. I hear pastors say that a lot of times at funerals. And I'm like, who the fuck told you that?
Yeah.
Did that person tell you that they was ready?
Yeah.
I don't think nobody on this earth is ready to leave it, to go into the unknown,
Yeah.
unless you take a bullet, a gun yourself, and
Mhm.
pull the trigger.
Right. Unless you commit
And
suicide.
even
That's
then,
it.
I don't
Yeah.
think you was ready. I just feel
Right.
like you felt like you ain't have no other way.
Right. Yeah.
But to be ready to go into the unknown of something that is forever,
Yeah.
I just hate that remark that ever come out. A lot of these funerals I've been to, I don't understand. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
it's misrepresentation of that person's life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I hear pastors make those remarks.
I agree.
But I know it takes a lot out of you,
Yeah.
to lose someone you live with, you love.
Yeah.
And I know it has to be on another level, someone you sleep with every night for so long, leave here.
That's hard, man.
I mean, I don't, like I
imagine.
say, I don't judge nobody.
Yeah.
I got my own demons and shit that I've done, you know what I'm saying? So, but,
Yeah.
Personally, I just feel like, it'd be hard for me to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And my parents have been married, I think 54 years this year. So when I think about my parents, I can't see either one of them moving on to somebody else.
Right, that long.
You know what I mean? I couldn't see it. I mean, I don't know, but I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, it doesn't even. And how would I feel? Like, I'm trying to think, would I feel some type of way
Right.
in that particular case? Would I feel some type of way?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I would hope I wouldn't, because you do have to let people live their life, whatever they feel like is happiness to them. Let them do their thing, but at the same time,
right.
What you doing?
So I remember my dad passed away first.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom, she looked like she wanted to start dating.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
look at you scratching your forehead now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm grown.
Yeah.
I think I was 28 when my dad passed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just newly married.
Yeah.
Starting a family on my own. So I'm considered a grown man at that time. And shit, I'm like, do I want to see my mom with another dude?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like
weird.
If this nigga coming here sideways, I'm just gonna kick his ass right quick.
You just gonna let him know quick, like, right. Look, don't come in here playing. Don't come here playing around.
Right. I'll beat your ass. So
I see it.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never had a step parent. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, right. Exactly.
I can. I've had friends that can't stand their step parent.
Right.
Can't stand their step daddy.
Yeah.
You hear that shit all the time.
You do.
It's like
You do.
I ain't never had to experience that. So
yeah.
Then, like I say, I think I seen her date one dude that I saw.
Yeah.
But I wanted to slap the shit out of him.
Jesus. I see it though. I get it.
Because you gotta think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All my life.
Yeah.
At that point, it was just my mom and my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. And as a boy, that's why I think a lot of women don't understand when they have sons.
Yeah.
How the son look at his mom.
Yeah.
And to have different men in and out of that house, what it does to that boy.
Can't do it.
It does to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was 28, 29 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there ready to slap this nigga because he wasn't my daddy. And even though my daddy hadn't passed on, she lived out her vows. Like they say, to death do you part. So
Absolutely.
she was free, even biblically, to move on with her life. But just as a boy, to my mom, it's okay when it's my daddy, but another nigga, it ain't okay. I don't want you touching my mom. I don't want you around my mom. I don't want to see you with her. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of those boys have a lot of trauma from their moms.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because a lot of women, a lot of time when they pick men, they don't pick a fatherly type of man.
That's true.
That's actually going to take time with the kid.
That's true.
And try to get the trust and the understanding of that child
Right.
They pick a man for themselves,
Absolutely.
and he has little to do with the child,
Absolutely.
if anything at all.
Absolutely.
So the child gets to see you happy with this man, but this man not doing nothing with him that, because he's still missing, especially if he don't have an active father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His life. So, and that traumatized not just boys, but I've seen some girls that's traumatized by that as well. Too. Because, the mama got these sorry dudes, treat them bad. And
absolutely.
This, that, and third. So it's very traumatizing to a child to have to go through all of that.
I wouldn't recommend any of that now, like for the young ladies that are coming up now and have kids and the baby's father isn't in their life, or if the baby's father is in their life.
Right.
If you're going to be in a situation with somebody, be in a situation with them outside of your kids. Like I don't bring them around your kids. That's just the way I feel about it. If it was me and I was brand new and I was, had a 5-year-old right now, I wouldn't mind dating. I would probably date and I probably would have a regular relationship. But bringing them around my kids all the time or moving them in and all that, I do not feel that. I would want to wait until the kids are out the house. Because really, you don't know who you bringing around your kids. That's kind of how I think about it. Like, I don't know what type of person this is.
Right.
Even though I think I might, and I've been around them, I've been talking to them, you don't know how they're going to act around your daughters. Like women, we really got to be careful about who we bring around our girls.
Right.
We really, and nowadays we got to worry about who we bring around our boys too at the end of the day. Like we got to be careful with that. And I just wouldn't be feeling it. Even now with my son, like as long as my son is living with me, there's no way I will allow a man to live with me. I wouldn't want to live with a man. I just can't do it. Not as long as he's living with me. Now, can we see each other outside of that? Yeah. If I was in a situation, I would do that. But us coming in together, living together, and my son is there,
right.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I don't recommend it.
I got you.
Yeah, but yep. So we've been so this been a good conversation today. Absolutely. We've been checking on our eye up here.
Yeah, we've covered some stuff today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna wrap it on up for the day.
Yeah. Yep.
And so, our schedule gonna be kind of up and down going forward probably to, through the summer. Because like I say, I'm into football. Nika has a son into basketball. So, we parents first.
Yep.
For anything else. So we'll squeeze in what we can.
Yep. Looks like it may mostly be Fridays, y'all, for the most part. So we'll be putting it out there to let everybody know when we have something coming up.
Yeah. So. And then sometime we might just need to focus on the family and do what we do. And then, when we get moments, we can just come in here and pitter patter around or whatever.
Absolutely.
We still gonna keep it going because we, I know I still have a passion for podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, so we're gonna still keep it going as much as we can.
Yep. Yeah.
But is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, no. I think we kind of touched on everything, and maybe going back to the Charleston White situation. I mean, if anybody is feeling that, if they feel like they, really, really wrong somebody, a man or a woman, and I recommend, apologizing if you feel like y'all have that open communication. Nothing wrong with it. Go do it. It may help some people. Nothing wrong with it.
Okie doke. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, men, if we gonna be leaders, we got to lead by example.
Yep.
And that's taking the first step. Do what we do. But this has been another In the Mirror. Podcast episode. I'm your host, Jimmy Jam, and we with
and your host, Coco.
And we out.
We out. See you next time.